sound at least 7 times a day. So at least 7 times a day, throughout the course of your sentence, you're going to hear that deafening noise throughout the cell house. Now, what did it mean to all of the inmates? It was basically their cue to do something. It was their cue to go into the dining hall, eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, go into the rec yard for some recreation time, or simply to go to work. So it basically meant the same thing: your alarm clock, your cell phone ringing, doorbell, you name it. The sound would mean something to you. That's what these sounds of the slammer meant to all of the inmates. What we're going to do is I'm going to close up the 14 cells here, and I'll open up 3 of them, and we'll talk about how this sound affected 3 inmates here on Alcatraz. Met an inmate by the name of Clarence Carnes. Clarence Carnes is the youngest inmate ever sent to Alcatraz. He was 18 years old when he arrived here on the island. He was also one of the participants in that Battle of 46 that you heard about on your audio tour. The cell house was taken over by 6 Alcatraz inmates. Clarence Carnes is actually the only surviving participant of that escape attempt. What happened? He was actually put on trial in 1946 following that escape attempt with 2 of his cohorts, Sam Shockley and another inmate named Myron Thompson. Now, Sam Shockley and Myron Thompson were convicted in the course of that trial and sentenced to be executed. So Clarence Carnes was only spared because of his age and because of his actions. He was a little reluctant to start executing the guards. For that reason, his life is spared. So imagine this guy walking out of Alcatraz thinking it's the last time he's going to hear that sound of the slammer. In 1946, when he walked back into the cell house, he was probably a very thankful man that he got to hear this noise once again. So Clarence Carnes in 1946 walks back into the cell house, and this is the sound that he hears. But an inmate you didn't hear about this evening on your audio tour was a man named Billy Cook. Billy Cook, in terms of what he did and what he was sentenced to, is absolutely the worst inmate to do time here on Alcatraz. Billy Cook was a spree killer in the 1950s. He kidnapped 9 people and he executed 6 of them. Rampaged across the United States for 22 days. Eventually, he was caught in Mexico, where he actually had 2 sheriffs in his custody. Billy Cook, again put on trial, is actually convicted of federal kidnapping charges 5 times. He's sentenced for 60 years for each of those terms. So if you add it all up, Billy Cook is doing 300 years here on Alcatraz. A very long sentence to do. While he was here on the island, there was a big outcry. The public wanted to see this famous spree killer executed. So he's put on trial here in the state of California while being held in a federal prison. He's actually convicted of one of the murders that he committed, and for that crime he was sentenced to death. So in 1952, Billy Cook walked out of the cell house and never heard the sound of the slammer once again. But a little turnaround would actually happen. The sound of the slammer actually changed some of the inmates here on Alcatraz. One of them in particular was one of the narrators of your audio tour, a guy named Darwin Coon, 5-time convicted bank robber, 4-time escape artist. Darwin again served 4 years here on the island, and he actually changed his life because of this sound of the slammer. He got sick of hearing that sound 7 times a day, so he found a cell house attorney, another guy named Courtney Taylor, convicted attorney, doing time here on the Rock. Darwin got with this man, and they found a little loophole in the system. Darwin's original sentence was 80 years. He got cut all the way down to 20 because of Courtney Taylor. And Darwin gets out of prison in the mid-1970s. And uniquely enough, he is quite a success story. He's written a book about his experience here on the island called Alcatraz and Two Ends of the Line. He even lives across Pier 33, where everyone got on the boat this evening. So redemption did happen, even amongst the worst of the worst convicts here on the Rock. But before we have everyone exit straight ahead, down the stairs in the dining hall to your right, I'm going to close up this cell here, wrap it open one more time, and I'll leave you with with some final thoughts. So bear with me here for just a moment. Isolation, more so a symbol of safety because they kept all of the inmates safe from each other. They kept the guards safe from the inmates, so in theory they kept society as a whole safe. We'd like to thank you for coming out to Alcatraz this evening. Thank you for supporting your national park. Safe travels to all of you, and again, the easiest way to exit is straight ahead down the stairs on the right. Come back and see us anytime.